we go. Yeah.
Hey,
Hello.
I got a doctor's appointment this afternoon, so I gotta do the washer now.
No,
I'm
no,
not
no.
ready.
I have a right to do it any time of the day I can today. So.
Shut the door. Fuck you, Jerry.
It's only taking a sec.
We're in the process of cleaning up, so no, now's not a good time.
Yeah, but I got a right to come in.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. Actually, I do. Yes.
Okay, we're not.
Any time of the day right now. So.
We're cleaning up before you come into your inspection. What are you inspecting?
I know. Look at. You don't have to worry about that. This is okay. You don't have anything to say about it.
I do.
No, you don't.
Of course I do.
No, you don't.
Can I get my coffee?
You're not on the contract.
Jerry.
You have no say.
Jerry, it's not 48 hours yet.
Yeah, it is, and I can go anytime today. Call up Annette.
It says.
I'm not gonna screw with
I
you,
will have her
Fred.
call me.
No, you call her.
Is there anything else, Jerry?
So now, I have a right to come in.
Well, you better get somebody else here. You're not. We're cleaning up.
You gonna stop me? Why don't you try to stop me, Fred?
Or Jerry.
Huh? Why don't you try to stop me?
Stop you from what?
Coming in. All you
Jerry.
need to do is look at the place and I'll leave.
Jerry, I'm helping her clean, so between 2 and 3 the place is cleaned
No,
up.
I have a doctor's appointment at 2:15, and I have
What's the next phone
I have a
number?
right to come in anytime I want.
Okay. You step away.
682-1300.
Huh?
682-1300.
Okay.
Call her up.
I will.
You don't have a right to.
Oh,
you don't even have a right to be here.
I'm not interested in talking to her voicemail, Jerry. What's her phone number? Why don't you have her call me? I'll give you my number. It's
I'll be
1300.
talking to you.
Huh?
I'll be talking to you.
Hey, Jerry. Coming in here? What's he thinking, man? Doctor's appointment. Well, that's good. What time is it? Joanna? It's 10:25.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're not coming in, Jerry.
No, I am coming in.
No, you can't come in, Jerry. I live here too.
Get your hands off.
Dude, you can't come in here.
Get your
The fuck's
hands
wrong
off
with
of
you? Jerry, you need to leave. You're
Yeah.
early.
Just let me look around.
No, Jerry, get the fuck out. Or I'll call the police.
Go ahead.
What?
Call the police.
Are you kidding me?
Get your fucking hands off of me before
Fred,
I
keep
hurt
your
you.
hands off him.
Go ahead, Jerry. I'd like that.
No, you wouldn't.
Are you-
Trust me.
Dude, what are you fucking doing?
I'm doing my job.
No, you're not. We're trying to do our job too. And that's a fucking. Yeah, we were supposed to have the police here already.
Huh. You really think they're gonna come? Jesus.
That's what you said.
Fred, you're an idiot.
No, Jerry.
Yeah, you are. You're an idiot. Just looking for holes, stuff like that.
Jerry.
No big deal.
It is a big deal.
You don't even belong here.
Jerry, I'm here.
You should, if you.
I'm asking you to leave
Listen.
one last time.
No.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
I'll call the police.
Call him. I'm the one in the right.
Looking for holes.
Holes, damage, you know.
The place is destroyed, Jerry.
What do you mean it's destroyed?
It's, you know
Just
what?
because there's stuff around doesn't mean anything. And I'll tell you something.
I'll tell you something. Look at the
She's
blind.
been our friend for 8 years.
Jerry, I want you to leave, please. You
I don't
back
give
at
a fuck
between
who
2
you
and
are.
Will
3.
you two stop
You're
arguing?
lucky I don't break your fucking jaw right now.
Likewise.
Me? You gonna hurt me?
I would rather not do anything like that with Jerry because we're fucking adults. If you can't handle it, you need to leave.
What'd you say?
Stop arguing.
Dude, I don't wanna argue.
Attack.
Jerry,
I know, and I'm worried about that.
Jerry,
I see you going like this.
you need to leave.
Just shut
What
the
makes you
fuck
think
up.
she has rules to follow? So do you. What makes you think you can just do whatever you want to do, Jerry? Just a minute. How about come after your doctor's appointment?
I'm going to my doctor's appointment.
Good. Jerry, why are you early? What time is it?
It's past noon.
It's
and I said I was going to be here at noon.
12:08.
Yeah,
Jerry,
past noon.
the thing says...
Just let me look in here and then I'll leave.
Yeah, you're going to be leaving, all right. The facility.
Fred, do you fucking listen to yourself? Okay, thank you.
Goodbye, Jerry.
I'm gonna laugh, Fred.
(911) When you're reporting.
We got a 48-hour notice so that management can come in and inspect the premises. He came here at 10:36 this morning instead of between 2 and 3 this afternoon, like it said. Pushed his way through. Came in anyway, despite asking him to leave.
Okay, and you're there now inside?
Yes.
Okay, and so was there anything that happened today?
Yeah, it's on. I have it on video.
What time was this, sir?
Getting tired. Well, he just left a little while ago after he pushed his way in, threatened me with violence.
Okay.
So I
and who is he?
But he claims to be the resident manager acting as an agent for Martin Luther King Housing Development Association.
Okay, and what time did he last leave your property?
About 5 minutes ago.
He threatened to harm you, sir?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I could prove that.
Is anyone high or drunk?
I don't know. He must be. He must be.
Where did he go?
He left. Came in here to do an inspection, looking for holes, he said. He was in here like, I don't know what he was doing. Weird.
All right, one moment.
Jerry Gole.
Spell the last name?
I believe it's Gule. He's white.
How old?
He's probably in his early 60s.
And how tall was he?
6 foot.
Heavy, skinny, medium build?
Skinny.
What color shirt or pants?
That's a good question. I'm thinking his pants were Levi's. I didn't really pay attention to his shirt color. I think it was red.
Okay. And then just blue jeans?
Yeah.
Okay.
Faded.
And you are requesting contact?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.
That's what I'm looking
Yeah.
for is a report so I can present it later.
Okay.
Because otherwise, her voice will not be heard.
So what? They gave a 48-hour notice that they were going to come in for an inspection.
48 hours later, between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. today.
Okay. And he came in at 10:30 this morning.
10:36 a.m. I have it all time stamped and ready to rock.
Okay.
This guy is in the wrong. I don't understand why he operates like that.
What's the inspection?
He said he came in to look for holes in the wall, and he was early. He said he had a doctor's appointment. Well, that's not my problem, Jerry. The thing is, it says between 2 and 3 p.m., and that's what we expected because we have to follow as well.
Yeah.
So he tried to threaten me, pushed his way through, and anyway.
Where's he at?
I think that's his car right there, that red one.
Is he in it?
I don't know. I think he lives upstairs, the third building.
In the third building?
Yeah.
Upstairs? Okay.
All the way up top.
Are you just going to be here? Or
I could be wherever you want me.
wherever you want to be. It doesn't matter. I'll go try to talk to him and get his side of the story.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Hey, what can I do for you?
Are you Jerry, the landlord, perhaps?
Yes.
Okay. Where? We didn't know where to find you, so that's why he's over there. Okay, so a resident called and said you and him got in some kind of scuffle because you wanted to check his unit and you came in before the agreed upon time or some such thing. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Here, let me get you to where you're not looking into this. How's that?
I don't know if that's going to be possible.
How about I sit right here?
Okay.
Because I'm getting ready to go to a doctor's appointment.
Okay.
I handed out my
notice.
landlady telling me 48-hour notices. Okay, and I put it on the door 2 days ago. I was supposed to go in between 2 and 3, but I had forgotten I had a doctor's appointment at 2.
Okay.
So I called Annette down at the office. It's right down here on Tacoma Avenue, and I said, Annette, I forgot I have a doctor's appointment. She goes, you have the right to go in any time today that you want. So I went over there at a little bit after 10, and they were upset about it. So I said, okay, how about I come back at noon?
Okay.
Now, Joanna, who, the thing that needs to be understood here is that Joanna is the renter of that place. Her name is on the contract.
Okay, so
This
she's kind of
guy Fred
subletting.
just moved in.
Okay.
Okay, and he is not on anything. He has no right to be there,
Okay.
and yet he's freeloading.
Okay.
So-
So you asked the renter if you could go in.
Yes, and
Okay.
she said yes.
He's subletting the place. The actual renter gave him permission to go in.
Okay.
Does she know that guy at all?
You mean Joanna?
Yeah. Does she know who she's
been-
renting to?
Yeah, he's been
Okay.
there for months. In
Months.
fact,
Okay.
he had snuck in. He's freeloading. He
Okay.
is. And she is not. She has mental problems.
Okay.
And he is taking advantage of it.
Okay.
So I didn't let any of that. And the thing was, when she said, I came in through the door, and the minute I got through the threshold, took his hand and he pushed me in the chest.
Does he know who you are from previous encounters?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. And I've been nice to him, get right down the line. But he's what's that word? He likes to start trouble. Minutes to do what I had to do, and then I left.
Okay.
That was that.
All
So that's it.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that.
Sure.
His story is not too different from yours. He just thought that he was expecting you between 2 and 3, not at 10. So his feeling was he doesn't have to let you in until between 2 and 3.
But legally, okay, now I understand that everything that's gone on. Actually, I had a problem about a week and a half, 6 weeks ago, and it's a civil case, and so you guys had told us that, as much as you felt for us, you couldn't come and roll on it because it was civil.
Sure. And this is too.
Yeah,
But
he doesn't belong here.
okay.
And
What
we are in the process of getting him out of this place, but it's a long, hard process
it is.
with COVID and everything.
Yeah.
It's become a nightmare.
Yeah, it
You know?
is.
So
Well,
that's that.
we're just mediators.
I understand.
Even when we have absolutely no power to do anything. This is one of those situations where we're only here to mediate. So
Okay.
we have to recontact him before we leave because he wanted us to talk to you. So my only advice to you is that until you do officially evict him,
Yes.
just try to do everything as respectful as possible.
I do.
If
He's
he
the one
thinks-
he laid hands on me. I don't mean to interrupt you, but he put hands on me.
Sure.
Okay? Not the other way around.
I get it, but you're also walking into his house. And I know the renter gave you permission to do that,
Yes.
but he's the one actually occupying it, and like you said, that lady is a bit off her rocker. So if he's expecting you between 2 and 3, I think the best thing to do would have been to call him and say, can I come in now? And if he said no, issue him a new notice for 48 hours when you're actually able to go during the time you specified. Does that make sense?
It does, but here's the thing. What I was told by the lawyer that takes care of the place here, he doesn't exist. That's the way I'm supposed to deal with this. He does not exist. He's not supposed to be there. He has no say in anything. Nothing.
Not actually
He's
true.
freeloading.
Not actually true. He's been allowed to establish a residence, and so he does
He
matter.
insinuated himself is what he did.
Well, whoever is renting the apartment has allowed it to happen.
Right.
So you have to treat him as though he's the renter, because technically he is.
And I did, until he started acting like a fool.
Well, you can't just push your way into somebody's house, you know?
I didn't. I had her permission. The
But
one
she's
that's
not
on
there.
the one that's on.
She doesn't live there.
She does. She's on the contract. He is not.
She doesn't live there.
He doesn't. He not legally. No.
He lives there. You have to treat
He
him with
squats there.
respect, even if you don't want to.
I understand that, but she's the one that's on that. She said you can come in.
But she's not in there.
What do you mean?
She
lives
doesn't
there.
live there.
She lives there.
He's in there.
I don't understand. She lives there. And
She's in the apartment right now.
yeah.
Okay.
He
That
said
I
he-
did
he-
not get from your story.
he is
you
not-
said
yeah.
she allowed him to be there like a subletter.
She let him come in, but she lives there.
She still
Okay.
stays there.
She still stays there. Okay. That makes it a little bit different.
Yeah, no, I never said she moved out. I mean, she lives there. She
That was-
let him come in.
That was my misunderstanding. I
No, I'm
apologize.
sorry, but she let him come in, and at about that same time, just stop paying the rent too.
Okay.
So, it's a mess. It's a mess. You
Could
know,
she have let you in?
she let me in. She said I could come in.
but could she have opened the door and said, "Come on in, sir," as opposed to what happened, where
Yes.
you kind of had the...
Yes, she is not a confrontational person, and she is not a ticket. You know, she let him, and that's the whole thing. I was told by my boss to ignore him. The only thing was I couldn't ignore him anymore when he pushed his hand in my chest.
Do you think that would have happened if it was between 2 and 3 p.m.?
Yes,
Do you think it would have
I think
happened
that
anyway?
he was. Yep, I think that it wouldn't have mattered what time it was. I
Okay.
think he was fishing for it.
Okay.
You know.
Well, you know him better than we do.
Well, trust me, I don't. With everything going on, I don't need any problems. Just
Okay.
take care, folks.
Thank you.
No, no problem. I'm sorry I caused you any problems.
Nope. We're just mediators, like I said.
All right.
Thanks for chatting with us.
God bless and have a good day.
You too. Okay. So we spoke with him. He said the lady of the house you live with.
I heard what he said.
He spoke with her and asked if he could come in at the time he did, and she said yes. So it sounds like it might have been a miscommunication between you and the lady of the house
No.
that he was allowed to come in.
No, it's not miscommunication.
It's not?
Here's 48-hour notice.
Yes.
But yeah, he knew about that, but he said he got in contact with her and asked if he could come earlier, and she gave him permission to come in when he did come in. Okay?
Well, I have it in HD quality video.
Yeah, no, he told us he went in at just a little after 10. But he had permission from the renter to do that. Okay?
I went.
So from here on out, he's going to go through her strictly.
No, well, that's fine. I went here as well. I'm not on the lease. That makes no difference. The thing is you can't disobey a 48-hour notice when it says in the
If you
lease.
get permission from the renter, you can.
I am a renter.
You're not on the lease, so
I'm
you're not a legal renter.
What can you do?
You got permission
How do I
from
know
the
you're a
lady-
renter?
Huh?
How do I know you're a renter?
How do you know that I'm
Why
not?
couldn't I tell you I rent
Well,
this
you know,
place?
he's not on a lease unit either.
Because I'm not on the lease here.
He's not
See,
either.
see what I'm saying?
He's not either. They doesn't know what he's talking about. They don't discuss leases with him. He's just assuming everything. I'm not a dealer.
Well, we have permission to go in. Don't know how to make it any different to you, but don't put your hands on folks.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I meet with you later so I can see the review that I got? The video?
No, just
There's no dispute
Yeah,
about what occurred.
yeah.
He had permission to come in.
he was just doing his job.
That's what he says. But I could show you different.
Your video doesn't show that he didn't have a phone call with the lady
Well, you could ask about
to
it.
ask if he
It's
could
going to
come
show
in.
him coming in, and he already said he came in because he was
you wanna-
supposed to come in.
Yes, that's correct, officer. That wouldn't show a phone call, so you could ask her. How about that? Can you ask her? Please? Because this is an ongoing theme with this guy.
Why don't you ask the lady who lives there?
Because I'm trying to discount what Gary's telling me because he's lying. It's already been established.
So ask the lady if he had permission to come in. Why do you have to involve us?
Because,
This is a civil matter.
well, I don't think so. I think he put his hands on me.
When he's claiming you put his hands on him.
I know, but that's completely different. We'll just move on.
Yes, we
Yeah,
are
I'll
moving
send it.
on.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Good luck, all right?